Hello, welcome to a review of the Cagliostro Tarot. Here is the back of the cards. It is reversible, kinda. And now we're in the Major Arcana. Okay, first off, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce the name of this deck, so sorry. Here are the Major Arcana. They are all Egyptian themed, and they've got some symbols which correlate to the planets and different zodiac signs which they go with. Also, they are numbered, I might add, down in the bottom right corner. They are also named at the bottom. I do believe that there is some words that go with what they represent also under their names. But I'm just saying they're not great descriptions of them. You'll have to, as I said, every tarot deck comes with a little book, so yeah. Anyway, also some of the names are changed, like here, Chariot's names the cards, but anyway, in this one, Justice becomes a 4 strength, I might add. Also, this is a Tarot of Marcellus themed kind of deck. Tarot of Marcellus deck is one of the earliest tarot decks, along with the Rider-Waite tarot deck. Tarot of Marcellus, in its deck, just the Major Arcana have pictures and the court cards. And the Minor Arcana all have just, like, say, 2 of Wands. There's only 2 Wands on it. It only has that number of whatever it is. Which makes it difficult for some to read the Minor Arcana on these decks. That's why I think they don't use the Major in those decks. He basically just took Tarot Marcellus, slightly rearranged the minors to make them look different, changed around the court cards, changed completely the Major Arcana, and made his own deck. You'll see what the actual Tarot Marcellus looks like if you go to that video. Anyway, in this Minor Arcana, which you will be seeing here very shortly, is basically very difficult to read. I would not suggest this deck for beginners. I would not suggest this deck for people who, well, don't know how to read those cards. Minor Arcana now, Wands. For sight readers, ones who read the cards by sight, the way they look, this deck would not be easy for you to read, because as you see in the Minor Arcana of the Wands, how do you tell? Also, this deck is not reversible, because as you see, well, I mean, it's reversible. I mean, the back's not reversible. These cards, I guess, are reversible. I don't know if they have reverse meanings, honestly. From the looks of it, they might, because there's something at the other tops of the cards. Also, you might say, those numbers you see, I ordered the cards by Major, Wand, Cup, Sword, and Pentacle is how I arrange these cards in the video. However, that is not necessarily how they're numbered, which is why you see the numbers going down as they're going. So I'm just letting you know. Also, they have Roman numerals on the sides of which one they are, which is kind of helpful. Here are we entering the court to the Wands. They look like normal playing card suits, which you also see by the club in the corner. And then you'd have the hearts for the cups, then spades for swords, and diamonds for pentacles. But as you can see, as the court, they look like normal playing court cards. Where, like, as you see, half and half. But anyway, here are the cups. I have to admit, this deck is a bit better than the actual Tarot Marcellus because it looks slightly different. These Minor Arcana, because as you see in the Tarot Marcellus, one, they didn't have as much, some of the decorative stuff around. They didn't have the words on either side, nor the suit, like you see, like the 4 of Hearts there, or the numbers at the top. They didn't have any of that. So they did improve on the idea in this deck, I'd have to say. But for a beginner, I would not suggest this deck. I mean, if you really wanted to go really classic, this would be one of the decks to go to. But I would suggest this deck mainly just for collectors, honestly. As I'm a collector, honestly. I've yet to find a deck like this, but then again, I would only want the Tarot Marcellus deck. Maybe this deck, because I do like the Egyptian symbology, I have to admit. But I mainly suggest this deck for a collector. Because if you want to collect different types of tarot decks everywhere, this would be one to collect. A version of Tarot Marcellus, which is quite interesting, yet unique in its own way. We are now entering the swords. Also, you will notice how, both like in the Wands and also in the swords, how they're all bent and curvy the way they're on the cards. Which is quite an interesting way that they decided to organize them. I'm not sure why Tarot Marcellus deck is like that, but they took that from the Tarot Marcellus deck, which is why they're all bent like that. It's quite interesting I don't know why they decided to do such a thing. I honestly don't get why, but I guess it was just an easier way to make sure they all fit on the card. Also, you may notice in the swords, I don't know why, but in the odd cards, there's a sword in the middle, and the evens, they have like a little flower, but then again, it's kind of obvious why in a small manner. But anyway, as you can see though, I don't entirely get why he wouldn't make his own type minor arcana. I just guess this guy liked the Tarot of Marcellus. But anyway, if you were a collector also, this would be a good deck, as I said, for a Tarot of Marcellus type of deck, and a just interesting version of it as well. We are now entering the Pentacles. As I said once before, there are different decks you can easily collect. This is one of them. And then there's a couple other decks I would suggest, such as Original Wider Weight Tarot would be a good one to collect. The Gilded and the Thoth Tarot are both also decks I would suggest you collect, just because they're good sets, I'd have to say. I can't say much on the Minor Arcana of this deck or the Tarot of Marcellus deck, because, well, there's not much to talk about, due to the fact that, what can I say, it's just discs sitting there. You'll notice also in the middle of each of the discs is the number of which suit it is, which one it is, which is helpful. Also, you'll notice that in the Ace of the Pentacles, the name of this deck was in there. In decks like this that copy the minor of the Cagliostro of the Tarot Marcellus deck, the Ace or the Two of Pentacles will have the name within either the Ace of Pentacles, the disc, or the ribbon around the Two of Pentacles. Anyway, we are getting close to the end of this video, so I thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, I thank you for watching the review of the Cagliostro Tarot. Until next time, bye-bye.